sports. It's in the game.
From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. The veteran Jason Myers will get this one started. And off we go from Lumen Field. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Striker, 3, ready. 22 needle. Needle blue. Cut. Stand.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And it's a reception for Taysom Hill. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Rattler. This throw right side is caught by Hill. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Kamara. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Rattler. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The first carry for the Spartan, Kenneth Walker. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll have a first down as he gets this up close to the 40-yard line. They put the tight end Brown in motion. And he'll get about 5. On second down, Walker. And he'll be taken down. And that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter.
Seahawks nothing.
Here's a third down and 4.
49, Here we go.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll go. Smith. Taking off. He'll try to get there.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after the catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A run here with Kamara. He's to the 10. The speed on display. He's in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. Is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the goalpost.
Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Saints are out to a 10-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Jalen Darden now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Hey, here we go, son.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. From the pistol, Smith. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Gino. He's going to look downfield once again. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Let's go.
Throwing is Rattler. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. He's into space past the 25. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
Wait. Ready.
Rattler now back to throw. That is caught to the goal line and in. Bob Means. Touchdown, Saints. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Off the play fake, it's Smith. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. A big play for Seattle. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. From the shotgun, Smith. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Play action now. It's Geno. That's deep for the back of the end zone. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Smith. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Got it.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Set.
Now Rattler gonna throw. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. And the Seahawks will take over possession here at the 44.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On play action, Smith. He's going to run it. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
There we go, Sonoma.
Off the play fake, Smith. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go play action. It's Smith. He's going to look deep here, looking for Lockett. To the end zone, it's intercepted. And he will be out of bounds. No time left on the clock. And that is the final action here in this first half. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
And that's good for a Seahawks.
Here we go.
Once again, it's Walker. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Working out of the gun, Smith. He keeps it himself.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
He's going to air one out for Metcalf. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Rattler. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. Call it a gain of 13. It's good for a Saints first down.
13 yards. First down, Saints.
Set, cut.
Here's Rattler. Now a screen set up for Miller. He'll get it inside the 20. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this
Red,
offense.
yellow, ready.
Back to throw. This one caught at the 4. And he's in. Jamal Williams. Touchdown, New Orleans. On comes Blake Groupie for the PAT. The kick is good. The Saints are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. Whoa. Past midfield. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive. Gino to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Here's Gino. Again, working deep downfield. The Saints will take over here just shy of the 30.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
He's going to air this one out. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with this, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left. Your mechanics, your footwork, and your arm talent all have to align, and tell you what, he does it about as well as anybody around the league.
He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
Ready.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That's incomplete. Daring call on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
He runs with it.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here on second down and 5. The tight end Fant in motion. They go play action with Smith. He'll take off again, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Saints have got it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
Here's 1st and 10. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line. Here's Hayner. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Hayner. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or two short.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
Back is Hayner. He'll try to run for it. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. Oh, a big play on 4th and 2. 45 yards. To throw, Hayner. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Now, Hayner. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. To throw, here's Hayner. He's got the connection there to Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. A gain of 26 yards, and the decision to go for it winds up being a good one. From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. He's going to keep it himself.
1st and goal. The quarterback thinks he's got a shot to take this one in himself. I think he's just a little late in his reaction and decision to turn into a runner. Defense has just enough time to get there. They stop him short of the end zone. 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal.
18
Hayner. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Black Ultra, set.
Throwing is Rattler. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Greg, there's nothing like a quarterback who can take a play that's not in the playbook and bring it to life and bring it to the end zone for a touchdown.
These are the most difficult plays for a defense to defend because you think you do everything right. You have all the receivers covered. You're able to force the quarterback off his initial spot, but sometimes you just can't teach athlete, Mike, and in this case, he said, all right, there's nowhere to go with the ball. I'm just going to tuck it and do it myself.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up.